a drum and it's gon' slug 'em up. I'ma rock out the whole 30 if you try to buck up, make 'em.
What's going on in this bitch, man? It's your boy Luciano back with another motherfucking video. Maybe a double upload if I can get this edited in time. Today we're gonna be reacting to why Jace is going to stay here, and here's why, or you know what it correctly says. IAYZE is here to stay. Here's why. You already know who this is. I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you already know who this is by now. If you don't, you heard his song on TikTok. I'm talking Green Sip 556. You already know. Overrated that song. I love Jace, but I hate that song because TikTok ate that song the fuck up. But if you know that song, then this is a nigga that they're indicating to who made the song. If you don't know, and if you're lost, if you're wondering why this is the title of the video, like what do they mean? Is he here to stay? Basically, long story short, if you're tapped in with Can Summers, if you listen to them type of niggas, if you're around that type of demographic of music, then you understand that recently Summers and Jace got into some shit. Long story short, so-called Jace allegedly snitched on Summers, and Summers got locked up for it, and they raided his house, all type of shit, because Jace snitched allegedly. Jace said he didn't snitch, but I mean, it's kind of the monkey in the middle for me, because it's like, I don't know, I don't hang with none of these niggas, so I can't really, you know, I want to believe Jace. I still do fuck with Jace. I still do bang his music, because I mean, I don't know, niggas saying he didn't snitch, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, you can only lie so much until you have to tell the truth. So if I feel like a nigga keeps saying that he didn't snitch, I'm gonna keep rocking him for a little bit until shit hit the fan. Anyways, let's get right into this motherfucking video. Boom.
We have had several underground rappers come to the limelight and become mainstream. From XXX, over the years, we have had several underground rappers come to the limelight and become mainstream. From XXXTentacion to Ski Mask the Slump God, all the way to Juice WRLD. However, these young men that made it to the top at very young ages are from the previous generation, and unfortunately, we lost two of them after they hit their mainstream moments. Now, if we look at the current generation, we've had a few underground rappers who have become mainstream, one of which is YAYZE, who became mainstream fairly recently, and while so many people are of the opinion that he'll be down from the heights of the mainstream limelight very soon, it still feels great the young underground rapper was able to make it into the limelight in this generation. In fact, at the current moment, we actually do have our eyes on one underground rapper who I'm sure you all can agree will become mainstream very, very soon. And if you don't agree with me at this point, I know for a fact that before the end of this video, you will be convinced otherwise. In today's video, we will be looking at the underground rapper Jace, spelled IAYZE. How and why it is very likely he's going to become mainstream. Without wasting any more time, let's get right into it.
At the top, I know I'm never going down. I'm with my demons, they like killers on the prowl. Voices in my head, I'm trying to get them the fuck out. I got so much money on me, if you need it, I'll run down. It feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
But yeah, man, bro, this shit crazy as hell. R.I.P. X, bro. That's my favorite all-time artist. You get the difference? You got rappers, you got artists. X is a complete artist. Fucking generational beast. Anyways, let's get into the video.
Jace was formerly known as TTG Doo-Wop, and if you haven't heard about him, Jace is a young rapper and producer from Fort Worth, Texas, whose real name is Jace Salter and was born in 2003, making him about 19 at this point. He released his first song titled OK on SoundCloud on July 31st, 2019, however, that was when he was still under the name TDG Doo-Wop. While many people are not aware of this, Jace's actual first song was dropped when he was just 13 back in 2016. However, this is something he did just for fun, and it wasn't until later in his life they kind of started taking it more seriously. At the beginning of his career, Jace had a lot of maturing to go through, and this was the point stuff had to get real serious, considering the fact he had just welcomed his daughter into his life. He had been signed to a major record label and had to move out on his own to focus on making enough money to care for his family and also give his daughter the best life possible. And he did, and still does all this while organizing, creating, and delivering high quality music. Now, it will surprise you to know that unlike many other underground artists, Jace wasn't the one who really did the promotion for his music. Most artists doing things like paid promotion, YouTube, TikTok, that sort of thing, but he just didn't. Instead, he just put it out there on SoundCloud for whoever wanted to listen.
Bro, that's literally me, bro. Like, I don't care about promotions and shit. Like, I believe in the law of attraction. I'm not using the law of attraction excuse, but it's like people are gonna see it sooner or later. Like, I don't know, man. Promotions and asking people or trying to buy story posts. I don't know. That's just not my thing. I don't see myself going to somebody's inbox paying somebody for a promotion. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. If you want to watch my videos, watch them. You'll see it pop up sooner or later. Like, I don't know. That's why I fuck with this nigga so heavy, because it's like, you know, he letting his vibe, you know, express on its own. He's not trying to put it in nobody's face. He's not trying to put his work in nobody's face. He's just letting it float.
And And after seeing how well one of his songs did after he dropped it, he was motivated to do even more, and it was at that point the grind really began. Jace has also been known to collaborate with artists such as Can and Summers, who are members of the Slay World Collective. Now, many are under the opinion that Jace's inspiration comes from people like Chief Keef, FBG Duck, and Doo-Wop Kane. It is, however, very likely that Doo-Wop Kane was the reason behind his initial stage name,
definitely
TDG Doo-Wop, which it's kind of obvious that makes sense. But in addition to that, Jace made mention sometime last year that he listens to Lil Wayne and 50 Cent, especially when he needs inspiration for his rap music. But in line with his rock music, he often listens to bands such as Radiohead. Now, many of you may have wondered how he came up with the name Jace, once again spelled IAYZE. Well, here's a little rundown. Apparently, when he was in grade 6, he tried using his Xbox name as his Instagram account name, but it didn't look as good as he wanted. So he tried IYZE, and then later we have the present day IAYZE, or properly pronounced Jace.
It's such a
Jace, however, is considered to be one hell of a versatile musician who delves into different sounds, from R&B to rock music.
It's crazy, bro, because this nigga blew up so fucking soon, bro. I remember when I first found out about you, Jace, bro, you dropped Elon. I think it was Elon. If I'm not mistaken, it was Elon. And you had like at least like 10,000 followers on Instagram. But then I heard that your previous Instagram got deleted. So that was like a restart account. And then like 2 months to probably 3 months later, you just blew the fuck up, bro. And I've been tapped in ever since. That's why I got such a connection towards your music, bro. Because I found out about you when you was before mainstream, bro. This nigga so hard and he's so versatile, bro. It's like he can damn near do anything like X could, bro. And that's why I'm so attracted to his music. Because it's so like, fuck, it's so satisfying when you listen to it and you can go to a different genre of his music and it's still satisfying. This nigga's so fucking hard, bro. One of a kind for real. One of a kind for real.
And for sure, those rap tracks that always hit. He's one to work around both melodic and sad songs, and not so much to our surprise, it was a hit every single time. Unlike other rappers who just go straight up to diss music, Jace was one rapper who had something a little different. Being the productive artist that he is, the young artist released in the space of just 3 years, 13 full-length projects on all streaming platforms. Some of them include IDLYA, Final Fantasy II, Final Fantasy Deluxe, Monarch, Venture, The Leak, and Curation. Now, while none of these projects really gave him the lift he needed in the industry, they were very helpful in giving him a solid underground fan base. Any reasonable person will expect after so much work, Jace will be able to find his way out of the underground. However, that wasn't really the case, as all this just doesn't happen overnight. Rather, it takes a lot of diligence and hard work to earn this. The Texas-based artist dropped his EP on December 15th, 2021, and in this EP, Red Faction, Jace talks about his ambition in his very intuitive wordplay.
6 days before my birthday.
Just like his other projects in 2021, and Jace had remained consistent in his art of speaking about relationships, trauma, substance abuse, and generally his emotions that are mostly influenced by his trauma and happiness. In fact, he made mention at some point that the reason he turned to music was because his dad had left, and he found it hard to relate to his mom or anyone at all, so he figured his best bet was to express his emotions through music. Jace unfortunately did have a very rough life growing up, as he started doing drugs and even OD'd when he was just 14, and was diagnosed with PTSD and anxiety. And aside from his mental health, his life was physically rough as well, as they couldn't pay bills and had to sleep on the floor with holes in the wall, and so to make ends.
How do you know that? Maybe you watch like all his interviews, but this nigga is so descriptive. Had to sleep on the floor with holes in the wall. How do you know that? Well, anyways, I don't know. I found that very interesting how he just tried to narrate that like as if he was there. Whatever.
He went into scamming and selling drugs at a younger age. However, Jace was always one creative kid. Outside his music, he also used to design cover art for YB and Amir and Almighty J, two artists who have fallen off a little bit at this point.
No,
and so
literally.
Fast forward to New Year's Eve 2021 when Jace released a single from his EP, The Leak 4, that he called Camille. This was the point at which his career started to create heat in the industry.
This shit was...
The song, however, was a response to the viral diss song that was released by Twisty P, I Shoot for Fun. Aside from the response Camille got, Jace and his boys made sure to jump Twisty P because, trust me, if you listen to that diss track, you'll see the reason for the reaction.
Damn Camille song was
Into the new year,
ridiculous.
Camille got a music video that was directed by .com Nervin, and just after a few weeks of the release, the video had been seen more than 500,000 times and is currently sitting at over 1 million views. Now, many people could tell that his leaked series, the one that led to Camille, was most likely inspired by Chief Keef. 2021 had to be one of the biggest years for Jace. If we're being honest, apart from the release of Come Here and its video, the young rapper also released several of his projects which immediately racked up millions of streams. However, on a monthly basis, he only had about 28,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and over time has accumulated millions of plays on his SoundCloud. But currently, his monthly listener count on Spotify has just shot through the roof. Currently, he's sitting at 1.6 million monthly listeners. Jace, however, also had the opportunity of speaking with Our Generation Music. They spoke about his album Be The Best, Summers, Demon, Baby Santana, SSG Kobe, and his signing to Interscope, which was something he always looked forward to. 2022 is for sure going to be a big year for Jace, as his recent single 556 is causing even more heat in the industry. And when I say heat, I mean hot enough to draw Offset's attention to him talking about wanting to be on the remix of 556.
Shit, when he dropped that, I remember when he first previewed that shit on his Instagram before it just blew up in the fucking ear and people used the damn snippet as a sound on TikTok. I remember when I first heard that shit, man, it felt like I was just learning how to ride a bike again, like something brand new and fresh. I was like, what the fuck? So it went from that Mario type-ish sound to just a motherfucking drill beat. I was like, what? Hold on. The frequencies in this bitch too crazy. Boy, you real fucking different, nigga. Just know that, bro. Hold your spot, man. I know you're dealing with a lot of shit right now with these allegations, but hey, hold your place.
And I mean, who wouldn't want an talking more heat in the industry? And when I say heat, I mean hot enough to draw Offset's attention to him talking about wanting to be on the remix of 556. And I mean, who wouldn't want an Offset feature on a remix? He also went ahead to release another project, Virtuous, that also has a lot of amazing songs on it. Currently, Jace has over 130,000 followers on Instagram, and looking at how productive he really is and how much he's able to handle on his own, I am more than certain that if he keeps focusing and continues to stay motivated, he will be among the big leagues of rappers and hip-hop stars in no time. Aside from pushing him into the mainstream, more and more continuous diligent effort will push him even further. I would not at all be surprised if he ends up tripling his monthly listener count on Spotify and ends up racking up even more. And
literally, like, even though people want to say that this nigga snitch and he this and he that, bro, this nigga dropped 3 diss songs after he got out, right? Not saying that I'm applauding them, but goddamn, them bitches was hard. Ain't no way in hell I'm finna just forget about this nigga Jace because y'all saying that he snitched. I seen the paperwork, but it's like, I don't know, man. Until I really see, I don't know, man. It say it on the statement he did, but bro, this nigga so fucking hard, bro. I don't know. Shit don't got nothing to do with me.
And more views and will push him even further. I would not at all be surprised if he ends up tripling his monthly listener count on Spotify and ends up racking up even more and more views and plays on all of his songs. Aside from pushing him into the mainstream, continuing doing what he's doing could very easily triple where he's currently at by next year, if not by the end of this year. So all we have to do is wait for what he is next for us, because I'm very certain that Jace is going to be the next big thing, and I doubt the world is prepared for that.
Definitely.
A rapper that believes he can produce music for everybody, regardless of their taste. Now that is something we haven't seen in a long time.
Facts.
Now at this point, if you aren't convinced that Jace is going to become mainstream, there's not really anything else I can do to convince you, other than tell you to go check out his music and kind of get a listen for yourself. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a little like real quick. Join the Discord server, aka the Base Tribe, down below.
LOL, I will join that Discord server. But anyways, with that being said, y'all heard the man had to say, man. Like, the nigga just at his prime, man. And I feel like that situation ain't hard enough to make him fall from his position. But just because it's super controversial, he's saying he didn't. He's saying he didn't snitch. The other people saying he didn't. The papers say opposite. I don't know. I know that the judicial system is fucked up anyway. Yeah, with that being said, this video gonna be done. I ain't gonna say too much. Peace out.
I'm in the Hellcat flying. These little niggas be lying. These niggas be dying.